So let's talk about Greenland. You know, that massive icy island way up at the top of the world? Well, it turns out it's become this unbelievable flashpoint in a quiet struggle between the world's biggest superpowers. We're going to dig into exactly why that is. Right, so this whole thing really exploded into the public eye with this, well, let's just say, very direct statement from Donald Trump. It wasn't just talk. His administration was dead serious about buying Greenland. And that, of course, left pretty much everyone on the planet asking one simple, burning question. And honestly, it's a totally fair question, right? I mean, why on earth would anyone, let alone a global superpower, want to buy what looks like, well, a frozen wasteland? It seems kind of nuts, but that's the mystery we're going to unravel right now. So let's start with this really strange offer. Okay, so let's get our bearings here. Greenland it's huge. It's the world's largest island. We're talking bigger than Mexico. But here's the crazy part. 80% of it is just a giant ice sheet. The population is tiny, only about 57,000 people, and the average temperature is a bone-chilling -30°C. So yeah, not exactly a tropical paradise. And to top it off, it's technically an autonomous part of Denmark. So again, you have to ask, why is everyone so obsessed with it? Well, it turns out there's way more to this story than just ice. You know, this whole idea of the US buying Greenland, it's not new, not at all. In fact, America has been trying to get its hands on it for over a century. The first time was way back in 1867, right after they bought Alaska. Then they tried again in 1910. And get this, after World War II, President Truman offered $100 million in gold for it. So you see, Trump's offer wasn't some random idea. It's actually been a quiet goal of US foreign policy for a very long time. So what's the big deal? Well, historically, it's always been about one thing, military strategy. Just look at where Greenland is on a map. It's this perfect, immovable piece of real estate sitting right between the United States and Russia. Military folks have a nickname for it, the unsinkable aircraft carrier. It's the ultimate strategic location. The US already has a major airbase there, Thule Air Base, which has radar that can spot incoming missiles from Russia in a heartbeat. For the Pentagon, controlling that spot isn't just an advantage, it's absolutely critical for defending the US homeland. But okay, military position, that's just part of the puzzle. The real story in the 21st century, the reason this has become such a hot topic now, isn't what's on top of the ice. It's what's buried underneath. We're talking about a literal buried treasure trove. Let's start with the economic side of things. Look at this. Right now, China has a near total monopoly on something called rare earth minerals. They control about 90% of the global supply. Now, these aren't just some weird metals you've never heard of. They are the building blocks of, well, pretty much all of our modern technology. And because China has this stranglehold, they can basically turn off the tap whenever they want, putting huge pressure on everyone else. So just how important are these things? People call them the oxygen of our tech future. We're talking about the key ingredients for electric car motors, for the chips that run AI, for nuclear power plants, for semiconductors, the whole shebang. And guess what? It turns out Greenland is sitting on one of the largest untapped stashes of these minerals on the entire planet. The thinking is simple. Whoever controls this supply basically controls the future of tech. And you can bet the US is desperate to break China's monopoly. And it's not just minerals, oh no. We're also talking about a mind-boggling amount of energy. Estimates for just one region of Greenland suggest there could be something like 31 billion barrels of oil under there. And that's just one spot. The potential for energy wealth is it's absolutely staggering. Okay, so we've got a crucial military location and a buried treasure trove of resources. But the biggest reason of all, the real game changer that could literally reshape the entire world, is something that didn't even exist until recently. It's the ultimate Arctic prize, and it's being created by our warming planet. For basically all of human history, the Arctic has been this frozen, impassable wall. But now, that ice is melting. And as it disappears, it's opening up a brand new global highway for ships, the Northwest Passage. This isn't just a slightly better route. It is a complete revolution in global trade. It's a direct shortcut between Asia and Europe that completely avoids all the old congested shipping lanes like the Suez Canal. And check out this number, because it really tells the whole story. A ship going from China to London can shave off 9,000 kilometers by taking this new Arctic route. That's a saving of 10 to 15 days at sea. We're talking millions of dollars in fuel saved on a single trip. The economic impact is it's massive. This isn't a what-if scenario. This is going to be one of the most important shipping lanes in the world. And just like that, the race is on. Think about it. Greenland is parked right at the entrance to this new superhighway. If the US owns Greenland, they own the toll booth. At the same time, Russia's looking to cash in by taxing ships that pass along its huge Arctic coastline. And China, they're dreaming of a polar Silk Road to lock in their dominance of world trade. For Washington, the fear is very real. If they don't make a move, the keys to the future of global commerce could end up in the pockets of Russia and China. So this all brings us to the final and maybe the most important question. What if the US actually pulled this off? What happens if they do somehow get control of Greenland? This isn't just a political game. The fallout could be absolutely enormous. We're talking about a new global flashpoint. Let's just game this out for a second. First off, it could literally mean the end of NATO. Denmark is a founding member of the alliance. If the US forced to take over, it would completely shatter the trust that holds NATO together. The relationship between America and Europe could collapse. Then you've got the environmental side. Imagine the catastrophe from aggressive mining on that pristine ice sheet. And what about the indigenous people of Greenland and their culture? But maybe the scariest part? It would send a message to the rest of the world. The old rules are gone. Now it's just might makes right. Powerful countries can just take what they want. So here's the bottom line. Greenland isn't some frozen, forgotten wasteland anymore. It's become the new center of gravity in a world that's being totally reshaped by climate change and the competition between superpowers. The melting ice isn't just revealing minerals and oil, it's revealing brand new, very real dangers. So the question we're all left with is, will the fate of this one island lead to a new century of peace and cooperation? Or could it be the spark that ignites World War III?